This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University.
Good morning, I'm Susha Gurwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 19th of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Sri Lanka's President Ranil Wickremesinghe criticized the Supreme Court for engaging in judicial cannibalism after it ruled that the Gender Equality Bill is inconsistent with Article 12 of the Constitution. On Tuesday, Wickremesinghe proposed appointing a select committee to review the judgment, a move opposed by many MPs. US envoy Amos Hochstein on Tuesday urged for the urgent de-escalation of cross-border exchanges, a fire between Lebanon's Hezbollah and Israeli forces, which have been ongoing since the start of the Gaza war. The US Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit against Adobe, accusing the company of misleading consumers by obscuring early termination fees and complicating the cancellation process for subscriptions. Filed on Monday, the complaint alleges that Adobe enrolls consumers in its most profitable subscription plan without adequately disclosing key terms. The humanitarian aid faced a $40.8 billion funding shortfall across the globe, said the UN Rights Chief on Tuesday. In the opening of a United Nations Human Rights Council session, UN High Commissioner of Human Rights Volker Turk also said that the appeal funded is just 16.1% on average. China's embassy in the Philippines has accused the US military of hypocrisy, malign intention and double standards following a report alleging a secret US campaign to undermine confidence in Chinese vaccines and other aid during the COVID-19 pandemic. Britain's approval of arms export licenses to Israel has significantly decreased since the onset of the war with Hamas in Gaza. The value of these permits has fallen by over 95% to a 13-year low based on information from government officials and data from the Department for Business and Trade's Export Control Unit, as reported by Reuters. In a recent note, analyst Min-Chi Kuo predicted that the upcoming Apple Watch Series 10 will feature a thinner chassis and significantly larger displays compared to the Series 9. Kuo expects the new models to come in sizes of approximately 45mm and 49mm, up from the current 41mm and 45mm models, marking a substantial increase in screen size. State-run Coal India Limited is exploring lithium blocks in Argentina in collaboration with the US company to secure supplies of this crucial battery material, according to an Indian source with direct knowledge. This initiative is part of India's involvement in the US-led Mineral Security Partnership, which the country joined last year to ensure a steady supply of minerals necessary for achieving zero carbon goals. Japan-based TDK, a key battery supplier for Apple, has announced a significant breakthrough in the development of small solid-state batteries. This innovation has the potential to greatly enhance the performance of various devices, including wireless headphones and smartwatches. India and the United States have finalized a strategic framework for human spaceflight cooperation to enhance interoperability in space exploration. According to a joint fact sheet released following the ISET dialogue between US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and India's National Security Advisor Ajay Doval, key initiatives include plans to begin advanced training for Indian astronauts at NASA's Johnson Space Center. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी।
RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janapath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands, rich experience, and the trust of our clients, can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
The United States reiterated its commitment to defend its close treaty ally, the Philippines, following a serious confrontation between Filipino Navy personnel and China in a disputed shoal in the South China Sea. The incident resulted in injuries to Filipino Navy personnel and damage to their supply boats. Thailand's Senate voted decisively on Tuesday to approve a marriage equality bill, marking a significant legislative milestone. The bill, which garnered 130 votes in favor out of 152 members present, is poised to make Thailand the first country in Southeast Asia to enact such a law. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the 17th installment of the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme on Tuesday at an event in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. This ongoing government initiative aims to augment farmers' income by providing financial support. The latest tranche amounts to approximately Rs 20,000 and is set to benefit around 9.26 crore farmers nationwide. The Chief Commissioner of Railway Safety for Northeast Frontier Railway, Janak Kumar Garg, has scheduled a statutory inquiry regarding the Kanchenjunga Express tragedy, which resulted in 8 fatalities and 25 injuries. The inquiry is slated to commence at 10 a.m. on June 19 at the ATRM NJP's chamber. It may be extended as necessary. Authorities in Sikkim launched a successful operation on Tuesday to evacuate 15 more tourists from Lachung and nearby areas in Mangan district following severe landslides. The effort was a coordinated operation involving the district administration, the Border Roads Organization, the State Disaster Response Force and NDRF and local volunteers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday offered prayers at the Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi and sought the deity's blessings in his first visit to his constituency after the Lok Sabha polls. After offering prayers at the temple, Modi reached Sampuranand Sports Stadium, also known as Segra Stadium, and inspected the indoor sports complex, officials said. Over 50 hospitals in Mumbai, including prominent ones like Jaslok, Raheja, Seven Hill, Kohinoor, Kim JJ and St. George, received bomb threats via email on Tuesday. The emails were sent using a VPN, making it difficult to identify the sender or their motive, according to Mumbai police. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Chandran Majhi on Tuesday announced that all the left-out eligible farmers in Odisha will receive funds under the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi within 15 days. Majhi made this announcement while addressing his first public meeting after becoming the Chief Minister on June 12. A group of US lawmakers arrived in India on Tuesday to meet Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, with the head of the delegation saying President Joe Biden would soon sign a bill that aims to press China to resolve the Tibet dispute. The bill seeks to push Beijing to hold talks with Tibetan leaders, stalled since 2010, to secure a negotiated agreement on Tibet and spur China to address Tibetan people's aspirations on their historical, cultural, religious and linguistic identity. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.